The only way to become excellent is to be endlessly fascinated by doing the same thing over and over. You have to fall in love with boredom. James Clear. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. This quote sums up any successful person out there. I'm going to take a couple examples of, let's say, a writer and a podcaster. Let's say a successful author that's published 25 books throughout their life, and they're, let's say, 70 at this point. Every single day that person wakes up, or at some point during the day, they write. They write a page, they write 3 pages, they write a paragraph, whatever it is. And they do that every single day for decades. Continuously. To no end. On the days they don't want to do it. On the days they want to do it, they do it. Because it's part of their DNA. A podcaster, Chris Williamson, as an example. And David Senra, who does the Founders Podcast. Chris Williamson is approaching 1,000 published episodes. He's been doing that every single day. He hasn't been posting an episode every single day, but he's preparing for his upcoming episodes every single day. He's researching. He's contacting his guest. He's learning about his upcoming guest on the show every single day. And then he's producing the episodes. And he's publishing those on a weekly basis, sometimes more than once a week. And he's been doing that for as long as he's been doing that, years at this point. David Senra, Founders Podcast. He reads a bunch of books about entrepreneurs and founders of companies and other historical figures who have that founder spirit. He does that every single day. He reads like a couple hours every single day, just in order to produce and get these episodes out to the world. Every single day. He's been doing that podcast for almost a decade at this point. 9 years. He started that in 2016. He's about 400 episodes in. So he's read 400 biographies, autobiographies about these people throughout history. And he posts an episode once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, for as long as he has. Now he started his own podcast under his own name. So he's running 2 podcasts. There's a theme with all of these people that do something productive in their life, that do something that's beneficial to the public. They do the same thing every single day, monotonously, every single day. It's like those influencers you see on social media as well. They post every single day, and they've done that for years and years and years to get to the point where they are now. That is the common theme. That is what it takes, in my humble opinion. You need to just have that consistency, that drive to go and be bored. Be bored with the work. Because if you're doing the same thing every single day to get to a certain point, you're going to be bored at some point. Those authors that publish 25 books throughout their life, they're probably bored at some point because they're doing the same thing every single day. They're writing every single day. Yes, they might be writing about different material, but they're still writing. It's still the same process. David Senra, I don't know if he gets bored. I don't know about that. That guy loves what he does. Endlessly fascinated by doing the same thing over and over. You have to fall in love with boredom. That is the key. If you can't fall in love with boredom, if you get bored of being bored and you need to do something else to distract yourself, something that's cheap dopamine, then it's probably going to be unlikely you reach the point you want to reach. Fall in love with the process. Fall in love with doing the same thing every single day for as long as it takes.